It's a tight race for the mayor's chair in Kamloops, with 5 candidates vying to replace outgoing Mayor Ken Christian. Voters will choose between Arjun Singh, Dieter Judy, Ray Dhaliwal, Reed Hamer-Jackson, and Sadie Hunter, all of whom are running to replace Christian, who won in a landslide in the last 2 elections. Christian announced in February he would not seek re-election. Singh, Judy, and Hunter all sat on city council during the last term. Downtown businessman Dhaliwal was elected as a councillor in a 2017 by-election, only to come about 700 votes shy of being re-elected the following year. Hamer-Jackson, the owner of a used auto dealership on West Victoria Street, is the only mayoral candidate with no prior experience in public office, but he says that's a good thing.
I could go on and on about what I've done in the community and everything else, but I don't think it really matters today. This is more about the citizens of our community.
The top concern for many voters this election proved to be community safety and the state of the city's streets.
I believe increasing community safety for all will be the top priority for this new council.
And I suppose as well, with the public safety, we know it has to do with the issues that we face socially. Housing, we realize that we need more housing stock, and what can we do to correct those things?
Affordable housing is another big focus for those heading to the polls. In the race for city council, 23 hopefuls are vying for 8 spots. Only 3 of them are incumbents: Dale Bass, Michael Riley, and Bill Sarai. During the campaign, council candidates fielded questions about public transit and active transportation networks, as well as how they might help address the family physician shortage.
I'd like to see us get a Center for the Arts. I'd like to see big progress on improvements to walkability, bike lanes. I'd like to see some expanded sports and recreation opportunities.
Candidates Caroline King, Dennis Giesberg, and Darpan Sharma pooled their resources and boldly ran a joint campaign focusing largely on crime and community safety. But there was room for some fun on the campaign trail. Council hopeful Katie Newstetter kicked off her campaign with a reference to the sitcom Parks and Rec.
Okay, so I can't believe you did that. That's amazing. So Jill, does anyone know that Parks and Rec's reference?
And quickly established her stances on the issues.
Housing is really critical, and not just within the context of homelessness, but housing for all and the rate of growth that needs to happen. And then I also think we have some really exciting things coming down the pipe provincially, and how do we make sure that Kamloops is on the radar for that? How do we make sure that we're on the map?
According to the city, more than 5,000 people cast ballots in advance voting, representing about 6% of eligible voters. Whether that will translate into higher turnout than the typical 30% remains to be seen. For Castnet Kamloops, I'm Sydney Chisholm.